everybody. I am here today in the fireside room at Bethel. You might recognize this gorgeous fireplace behind me. You might also recognize this oh so soft velvety purple chair that I'm sitting in. I'm just getting comfy here in the corner and I'm here to share with you this week's devotion. So we have one video a week. The first video of the month will be the transformation video. You might have seen the Aquila and Priscilla transformation video last week. And today, I am bringing you a midweek devotion. So, I wanted to talk about the theme of this week, which is, where is church? Now, let's put that aside for a minute. I just want to talk about myself for a minute, to give you a little context, to give you a little bit of information about me. So, I remember when I was in middle school, the thing that I would do when I was praying would be to open my window and look up at the moon. Now I know God doesn't have a form or whatever, but for some reason, the moon was a really good representation for me to target or direct my energy to while I was praying. And I remember the prayer I said most frequently was God, who the heck am I? Please give me the information I need to be able to do my life day to day with the full confidence in myself and knowing who I am. And I was just so desperate to feel like I knew myself and to feel stable in my identity that I would just cry and scream and just really ache for some answers. That's something that maybe you can identify with, especially during this time, during COVID time, is, throwing up your hands and being I need answers. When are things going to open again? When am I going to be able to be in my life in a way that's comfortable and normal and doesn't mean that I'm separate from my friends and from my church and my people? And it's sad. Really, it's sad, and I'm sad too, that things are so different right now. It hurts. It impacts every moment of my life, and as it does yours too. But I want to share with you the good news of something that has really helped me as I've been getting to know myself more, but also as I've been finding confidence to move through the days, the challenging days, with a sense of stability, even when there are lots of things I can throw my hands up and be what is going on? And for me and for you, I wonder if that might be the Holy Spirit, the Godness that lives in you. Because it's true, every single one of us has this part in us that is God. Literally, God itself is inside of you. And you know that part of yourself. And maybe you've thought about it as your higher self or your sense of right and wrong. Right? But there's this part of you that speaks to you with this truth and this knowing that can carry you through the days with a sense of confidence that you can't find anywhere else. For me, at the time in middle school, I was really needing to know myself. I really felt there were pieces of me that were missing that I could only find when I became an adult. But it's simply not true. You are a full person now in your middle school self, in your middle school context, just like you will always be a full person. It might not feel like that. It feels like there's lots of lessons that we need to learn and that there's lots of things in the world that don't make sense that might make sense someday, when we get older. But the truth is, in every stage of your life, middle school, high school, young adult, older person, in every stage of your life, there's going to be questions and challenges that have you throwing your hands up in the air going what is going on here? Right? It doesn't all click at one point and make sense because the world is just like that. It's crazy. And there's no way we can have it all figured out. Your parents don't, your grandparents don't, I don't, holy crap, I don't. But there's one thing that we can all count on to help us through and help us sort of make our way through the world without feeling paralyzed with this sense of insecurity. I'm not going to say it won't exist. I have a lot of insecurities. I do. Sometimes I worry that I talk too much or that I'm not picking up on social cues, in a group. Maybe I'm not picking up on how someone's feeling about being there. There's a lot of worries that I have, and it's perfectly normal. I'm not gonna say I'm ashamed about them, because I'm not. And you shouldn't be ashamed of your insecurities either. It's natural as a person to doubt yourself. But there always needs to be this part of yourself that knows the truth about who you are. And that part of yourself is intuitive, which means it already knows. It's already there and it already knows. And that part of you is the Holy Spirit, the God that lives in you, that you can connect with at any moment in your life, during Zoom classes, during fights with your family, during moments of self-doubt. You can always connect with this part of yourself that knows deeply how worthy and complete and loved you already are. Yeah. You are already a full person. You have everything that you need. And you can move through the world with confidence, because exactly where you are right now in your middle school self is exactly where you need to be. And you pick up on really important things in your life right now that maybe someone of an older age wouldn't be able to pick up on. Because you, who you are right now, where you are right now, you are connected to your life and to the world in a way that no one else could be. So you're going to be picking up on things that no one else might be picking up on. So, as we talk about where is church, let's think about how we can use this God self that's inside of us to help direct us when things are crazy. So, I mean, we can't be together in person, like at youth group the way we used to be. When we're in person, we have to mask, we have to socially distance. We can't love on each other and roughhouse on each other like we used to. And that was really freaking fun. Don't get me wrong. But, and we also have all these things to look forward to, all these events. Maybe School at Horizons is something you're looking forward to. But to be honest, there's a million things that are planned that might not come to be. COVID life sucks for that reason. So that's why I want to share this with you, is that even if all hell breaks loose and we are confined to our homes even more so than we already are, you have everything that you need with you, inside of you, to experience what it's like to be free from these expectations of yourself, to be free of self-doubt, to be free of being bogged down by these really tiring and worrisome questions that are perfectly valid. We can still make it because we have everything that we need. You have the love of a God that has everything in the whole world planned out. God is in touch with all the things that are happening in the world. God is within all the things happening in the world. COVID feels like a very ungodly time. It's freaking stressful. But God is in the midst, like working with us in a way that connects us to ourselves in a deeper way than we could ever imagined. Because we are finding ways to connect with this God self in us that make life all the more manageable. We're gonna make it. And Priscilla and Aquila made it. They knew that being in their homes and having church and welcoming that presence, that God presence in their hearts and in their homes out, was something that made their experience being unable to be in person for worship all the more special and really carried them through that time. So thank you so much for joining me. We will get on with our fun Zoom meeting, and I'm so happy that you're here. Peace and love.